Wow, really enhancing the effect of those chisels with the timing and music choice for that element. Those types of considerations can really persuade a judge to consider awarding a higher grade of execution score to the element because it was highlighted so well.
Hello. Where's my other phone?
It's great to see the emotion of the performance coming through a little more here as the energy ramps up in the music as well. These two have said their success, they think, from the junior level even, can be best attributed to their effort to achieve perfection. And you can see that effort to stay controlled in the way they skate, but to have the performance, the emotion increase as well is really significant for them to take that next step. Well, for a first World Championships, they have to feel really good about that. And I really think most notable, again, was just that they gained confidence from the beginning to the end. And so if they can really capture that magnetism they had there in the last minute from the first step, they are going to be able to go very far.
The Canadian silver medalists, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Legas, 72 the number for the effort in the rhythm dance, putting them in second place.
Hello. This is a replay of it was on NBC Sportsnet.
The show's starting.
It's actually still on, but I'm an hour behind, but it also started late because of the hockey. And it's not live because Sweden is 8 hours ahead. And you can watch the replays on Peacock Premium that's free if you have cable, or $4.99 a month, or I don't know if NBC Sportsnet has on demand, but I know they have rebroadcasts.
My name is Trisha. I'm 70 and I live in Mill Valley, California.
I missed the ladies free skate today because I slept through my alarm, slept 8 hours, and woke up at 4:15 because I was up till 8:15 watching the skating and part of the press conference.
Taking Prevagen, I have noticed that I can think clearly.
Ice dance.
Is better. I can say that Prevagen is one of the most outstanding supplements I've ever taken.
Yeah, what's on right now? The ice dance. That's what. I think the coverage starts at like 2 something in the morning here for the last day.
See, every delivery.
And they're not showing the exhibition live. Or even same day.
Introducing self-protection from Xfinity, designed to put you in control. With real-time notifications and a week of uninterrupted recording.
It's the World Figure Skating Championships from Stockholm, Sweden. They were canceled last year in Montreal because of the pandemic.
Affordable to get started. Get self-protection for $10 a month.
Liberty Coin and Currency wants to line your pocket with some extra cash.
I'm putting on my compression stockings because I'm still having swelling. I'm trying to see how bad it is today.
Analyze the true value, then give you an honest appraisal and cash offer. We offer the highest payouts in the market.
How are you doing today? And if you have the ability to type in the chat, where are you tuning in from?
It's a place to buy and sell your gold, silver, jewelry, coins, and diamonds.
And where did I leave my other phone? They're from Seattle.
The rhythm dance continues at the World Figure Skating Championships in Stockholm with the first of 3 teams from the U.S. competing here on the ice right now. Caitlin Hawaii and Jean-Luc Baker, bronze medalist at the U.S. Nationals the last 3 years, and already a couple of top 10s at Worlds.
This is their program from last year. Saturday Night Live. A lot of the teams are reusing their programs because the season was cut short by the pandemic. And this is one of the only international competitions this year.
This rhythm dance overall has been a strong vehicle for these two. A big success, in particular when there's an audience to perform to, not an option they have here. But the 10-step pattern dance, they've received everything from a level 1 to a 4 in the past 2 seasons.
I don't think Thomas is even there in person.
Pretty high, but this is going to be an important one in terms of their technical score.
Hello to the replay viewers if I leave the replay up. It may get flagged for 23 seconds of a piece of music. That's what's been happening.
When I spoke to Caitlin and Jean-Luc ahead of this event, I asked them how they keep a program like this one so fresh when you're maintaining it through 2 seasons. And they said this piece of music, which they added since last year, is a big part of how they've been able to keep that playfulness and keep the interest for themselves in this program.
How? Oh, the music?
And be honest, you look forward to watching this every time, don't you?
I do.
Single time, too.
Absolutely.
This is also on the ISU channel on countries where it's not geo-blocked. You can't watch it on ISU in the US. You can only watch the press conferences.
You know, these two have come a long way in their confidence the last 2 seasons based on the way they attack their technical elements without the hesitation they once had, and feeling strong enough that they can maintain their body movement through the program so the theme stays well interpreted as well. They have made big strides in the last 2 years, and it's great timing to do it heading into an Olympic season. Having said that, I don't think this was their strongest performance of this program, but it is nonetheless going to be an unforgettable one for them.
But still in character, even after the end of the program. Music ends, he's still got it going.
It's a different
And it's a tough
announcer.
crowd because
These are the
only audience
main
members really
announcers.
are other skaters, and they might be the toughest crowd out there, even more than the judges.
Yeah, there's no audience other than other
And
skaters in
hearing
the
those cheers
competition.
it sometimes means that much more when you know it's coming from your peers.
Uh-huh.
But for these two, they talked about the shift in consideration of what you were just saying to performing for one another and how that has also allowed them to feel differently as they take on each run through of this program. But that
They
look
also
right
know-
there just really sets the tone.
People are watching.
And so I think they've really set something up very special for themselves, just giving them the freedom to feel playful, to feel like they've got a little sparkle in their eye, a little wink and a nod. And this is a team who in exhibitions can often take on comedic themes better than a lot of other teams can. And so to see them kind of mixing that into a competitive program is, I think, something that they're starting to unlock for themselves that they can potentially tap into in the future as well. Now, some of these elements, not this twizzle sequence, that was quite strong, but some of these elements were in the moment awarded fairly low technical elements, the fin step and their midline step sequence starting out around a level 2. So that's still being evaluated in the replays right now, but if they stay that way, then that technical score will be lower than they were hoping to see. And it seems like that in the rhythm dance. It's not an obvious mistake necessarily, at least not obvious to the casual viewer, that's going to be holding down the scores below what they were hoping for. It's just that slight change of edge at the end of a turn. It's just that little bit of hesitation or uneasiness that can really make the difference when this high level of teams are competing together.
Here's the question that figure skating fans ask me: how can you tell an ice dance? Judges have seen them perform this time
Getting a
and
headache.
again. They know their skills as well. It's that different, that edge today than the last time we saw it.
And it's also being considered within the context of what they've seen so far in the event. So in that way, every event has some slight variation in its evaluation.
What do you think of the number 7508, a far cry from their personal best?
Yes, certainly hoping for more there.
So Caitlin Hawaiiak and Jean-Luc Baker into second place in the rhythm dance.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert?
I'm gonna mute you and go get a Coke and my phone for just
This is the story of Bonnie and Clyde. From the minute I wake up and left me, it's the first time. She is in my shade mirror. She's in my coffee cup. I was feeling the world start going back. That girl's got something, nothing scares her. Only piece of luck that's ever come. Can't wait to tell her how much I miss her.
This team's connection is great. They can do a lot with a glance to one another, and they direct a lot of their performance energy towards each other to help pronounce and enhance the relationship as the key to the story they're telling.
This world will remember me.
They've received really high technical scores on the FinTech Power Dance they've just completed in the past at international events. But take a look at that score box right now on the top left-hand side of the screen. In the moment, it was evaluated at a level 1, which they were looking for the highest level there, level 4. So that is a very significant score right there, and it will continue to be evaluated until the end of the scoring segment.
Keep your hands in the air. Finger on the trigger, son. Legs feet down on the ground. Step away from the weapon.
You know, overall, when I watch this team, my impression is just that they are very smooth. They're very easy to watch. They have such great control and ease, especially in their upper body. At times, heading into different technical elements, I think that control almost crosses the line into looking a little bit stiff, whereas if they could keep dancing right through those technical elements, it would allow them to really shine in the way they're capable of even more. But there's speed, there's lots of ice coverage, there's definite natural chemistry, and it just makes them so easy to watch from one performance to the next.
Everybody had a lot to deal with over the past year in terms of trying to get ice time and travel restrictions, training held back, but even more for Nikolai because he had major surgery on his knee. Trouble started back in May of 2019, the surgery in December of 2019. Worlds canceled last year. They missed the second half of the year. A couple of follow-up surgeries too. So really still dealing with that and trying to get back here to the World Championships, which they did.
You know, I did get a chance to speak with one of their coaches, Marie-France Dubreuil, ahead of the canceled World Championships in 2020, and she had told me then that a lot of the challenges that you just mentioned, Terry, were that Nikolai felt okay getting back on the ice, but there was a question of how much he should take on, how quickly. And I think that that sort of emotionally wears on you as well, just when you're dealing with such a major injury, to know when to push and when to really peak when you're looking ahead to being in your best health for an Olympic Games. Taking a look back now at some of the highlights of the performance, I mentioned that Finstep pattern dance in the past has been one where they have scored quite highly, pretty consistently, and it's difficult for teams to do that. But right now, that's looking like it's being called at a level 2. And in that case, the way that element is being evaluated, the technical panel is looking at, in one case, the tightness of the feet, where there's cross behind. We're taking a look here at one. Is that right ankle to ankle, or is it just a hair away? And they have the ability to look at that in slow motion and evaluate it very critically. The edges as well a consideration. You see the timing just a little bit off there. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's more of whether or not the edge began very securely and then came up a little bit flat right before the change of foot or the turn itself. And the technical panel is very well trained at this point in the season after watching this pattern dance for 2 years in a row to detect those little tiny flaws. The acrobatics of this team is a major strength. And it's not just the fact that they can take on a lot of difficulty, it's that they can make it look entirely effortless. And that is a quality they maintain, I think, throughout all of their skating.
Does it sometimes hurt you to have the same program as last year because the judges have seen it so much?
I think only if you're not able to improve it. And in their case, there's no question they did.
All right, into first place, 77.87. Laurence Fournier.
What did he say?
And Nikolai. From both Otto and Kalyaman.
Sophistication to their interpretation.
And then it started to work for me.
Coverage, there's definite natural chemistry, and it just makes.
And for more money, or get real offers. A lot.
I lost the feed.
This is you trying to sell your home.
A far cry from their personal best.
Being considered within the context of what they've seen so far in the.
They know their skills as well. It's that different, that edge today than the last time we saw it.
And it's also being considered within the context of what they've seen so far in the event. So in that way, every event has some slight variation in its evaluation.
What do you think of the number 7508? A far cry from their personal best.
Yeah, certainly hoping for more there.
So Caitlin Hawaiiak and Jean-Luc Baker into second place in the rhythm dance.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert. Fresh vanilla, rocky road, chocolate, peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. Geico, switch today and see all the ways you could save.
We absolutely love selling our house.
No, they didn't. It wasn't hard or stressful at all. Lies. These are actors, hired to convince you that selling a house is easy. And this is you, trying to sell your home. A lot can go wrong. That's why you need HomeLight. HomeLight crunches the data from the top brokerages to identify the best agents who can sell your house faster and for more money. Or get real offers from verified buyers who will purchase your home in a matter of days. It doesn't matter how you want to sell your home. Selling starts at HomeLight.
Excellence, integrity, respect, resilience, community. We create opportunities for participation and achievement in figure skating. Together, we foster fun and inspire a lifelong passion for skating, while developing champions on and off the ice. Our future has never been brighter.
Back to remind you, the push for the playoffs is on, and every game matters. Rangers Capitals coming your way Sunday, 12 Eastern on NBC. Wanted that leaked out to Baltic. in Stockholm, the host for these World Championships. Rhythm dance continues. Another team from Canada out there. Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen. She is 28. He is 32. They call Montreal home. He was born in Copenhagen. They used to represent Denmark.
This is the story of Florian I start thinking of you from the minute I was here, and that feeling is the best I ever knew. She is in my saving mirror, she is in my coffee cup. I must be the world sun going back. That girl's got something, nothing scares her. Only piece of luck that's ever come.
I'm trying to find where the number in my numbers are off.
This team's connection is great. They can do a lot with a glance to one another, and they direct a lot of their performance energy towards each other to help pronounce and enhance the relationship as the key to the story they're telling.
This world will remember me.
They've received really high technical scores on the handstand pattern dance they just completed in the past at international events. But take a look at that score box right now on the top left-hand side of the screen. In the moment, it was evaluated at a level 1, which they were looking for the highest level there, level 4. So that is a very significant score right there, and it will continue to be evaluated until the end of the scoring segment.
Keep your hands in the air. Finger on the trigger, son. Legs scooped down on the ground. Step away from the weapon.
You know, overall, when I watch this team, my impression is just that they are very smooth. They're very easy to watch. They have such great control and ease, especially in their upper body. At times, heading into different technical elements, I think that control almost crosses the line into looking a little bit stiff, whereas if they could keep dancing right through those technical elements, it would allow them to really shine in the way they're capable of even more. But there's speed, there's lots of ice coverage, there's definite natural chemistry, and it just makes them so easy to watch from one performance to the next.
Everybody had a lot to deal with over the past year in terms of trying to get ice time and travel restrictions, training held back, but even more for Nikolai because he had major surgery on his knee. Trouble started back in May of 2019, the surgery in December of 2019. Worlds canceled last year. They missed the second half of the year. And a couple of follow-up surgeries too. So really still dealing with that and trying to get back here to the World Championships, which they did.
Trying to find the
I did get a
mistake.
chance to speak with one of their coaches, Marie-France Dubreuil, ahead of the canceled World Championships in 2020, and she had told me then that a lot of the challenges that you just mentioned, Terry, were that Nikolai felt okay getting back on the ice, but there was a question of how much he should take on, how quickly. And I think that that sort of emotionally wears on you as well, just when you're dealing with such a major injury, to know when to push and when to really peak when you're looking ahead to being in your best health for an Olympic Games. Taking a look back now at some of the highlights of the performance, I mentioned that Finstep pattern dance in the past has been one where they have scored quite highly, pretty consistently, and it's difficult for teams to do that. But right now, that's looking like it's being called at a level 2. And in that case, the way that element is being evaluated, the technical panel is looking at, in one case, the tightness of the feet, where there's cross behinds. We're taking a look here at one. Is that right ankle to ankle, or is it just a hair away? And they have the ability to look at that in slow motion and evaluate it very critically. The edges as well a consideration. You see the timing just a little bit off there. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's more of whether or not the edge began very securely and then came up a little bit flat right before the change of foot or the turn itself. And the technical panel is very well trained at this point in the season after watching this pattern dance for 2 years in a row to detect those little tiny flaws. The acrobatics of this team is a major strength. And it's not just the fact that they can take on a lot of difficulty, it's that they can make it look entirely effortless. And that is a quality they maintain, I think, throughout all of their skating.
Does it sometimes hurt you to have the same program as last year because the judges have seen it so much?
I think only if you're not able to improve it. And in their case, there's no question they did.
All right, into first place, 77.87, Laurence Wanye-Beaudry and Nikolai Sorensen bringing Bonnie Klein to the ice.
I'm still trying to find the mistake.
Get away
34.
without going anywhere. Be one with nature. Get to know the locals. And sample the cuisine. Book a dream vacation delivered right to your door. Sometimes the greatest destinations aren't far away. Wayfair, you purchase what I need. Miranda? Miranda, welcome to the back of your mind.
This is where we learn how to eat.
We do?
We do. And up here, Noom helps us navigate our weight loss journey. We're the ship, Noom the lighthouse.
Well, ahoy! Ahoy, hoy, hoy, indeed.
Sign up for Noom and lose the weight for good.
We've been around long enough to know a great value when we see it. We get all the talk, all the text, all the data that we could possibly want, and we're saving so much money.
For those of us who weren't born yesterday, there's Consumer Cellular, where you can get talk, text, and data for only $20 a month with no contract. You pay for exactly what you need.
And you get great customer service, too.
Yeah, it's the best value I know. Discover premium wireless for less. Switch to Consumer Cellular today. It's easy. Call, go online, or find us at Target.
I'm Susan, I'm 52, and I live in San Francisco, California. I have been a sales and sales management professional my whole career. Typical day during the work week as I'm working, at first always going for a run or going to the gym. Love reading. I love cooking healthy. It's super important to me. I was noticing that I was just having some memory loss. It was really bothering me. So I tried Prevagen and it started to work for me. I wish I had taken Prevagen 5 or 10 years ago.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
We welcome you back to the World Figure Skating Championships taking place in Stockholm, Sweden. Terry Gannon along with Kenneth White, the four-time world medalist. And the next group, second to last group out there warming up right now, including Wang Chiwei and Lu Xinyu from China. Kenneth.
Yes, and this is definitely a team to keep an eye on in this group, ready to make a move up the world standings. In fact, was ready to do just that last season ahead of the cancellation of the World Championships in 2020. In that case, they had been coming off of their best Grand Prix results ever, followed that up with a fourth place finish at the Four Continents Championships. I don't think they've shined brighter than they have the last 2 seasons. This is a breakthrough year or a breakthrough 2 years, as it may be. And also looking for a breakthrough in this group, Alexander Stepanova and Ivan Brukin. the second best Russian team for a number of years, but in this case, this will be their first chance to go head-to-head against their teammates Sinisina and Katsalapov all season long. They were fourth at the World Championships in 2019. So again, looking for a door to open and give them a chance at the podium.
And figure skating fans know Ivan is the son of the 1988 Olympic champ Andrei Bubkin. Get set for that next group.
But in this case, this will be their first chance to go head-to-head against their teammates Sinisina and Katsalapov all season long. They were fourth at the World Championships in 2019. So again, looking for a door to open and give them a chance at the podium.
And figure skating fans know Ivan is the son of the 1988 Olympic champ Andrei Bubkin. Get set for that next group as we continue.
I need to sell my house. Now, there are a lot of places that claim to know how much it's worth, but they don't really know my house or my neighborhood, and they definitely don't show me all my options. That's where HomeLight comes in. I just answer a few questions, and HomeLight gives me a side-by-side comparison of my options, personalized for my needs. And they'll show me what verified buyers will pay for my house right now. It's easy, and it's free. No matter how you choose to sell your home, selling starts at HomeLight. Get started today at HomeLight.com.
Hi. Let's do this. I was training for the Olympics, and unfortunately I got injured and didn't make the team. I ate and drank everything inside.
I did anything and everything that I thought would get me like that skinny, and it never worked.
And then I tried Noom.
And then I tried Noom. Noom taught me how to change my habits a little by little.
They say it's based on a cognitive behavioral approach. I just say it works.
Visit Noom.com and lose the weight for good.
The National Women's Hockey League is on NBCSN. Don't miss a moment as the league's best battle for the championship. The WHL tomorrow on NBCSN.
Welcome to this family meeting. I'm here because you guys need some together time. And you the best of. That's how you let yourself grow. Save 40% on hotel and ticket packages right now. Not later, like right now.
Back to remind you, this summer, the Olympic Games return live from Tokyo on NBC. Getting set for those and the athletes competing in Stockholm, getting ready for Beijing. A couple of Olympics coming at you fast. Meanwhile, the rhythm dance continues in Stockholm. Sarah Hurtado and Kirill Kolyavin from Spain on the ice. He is originally from Kirov, Russia. Their second appearance at the World Championships. They went to the Olympics as well. Came in 12th back in Pyeongchang in 2018. Spanish silver medalist from Nationals 2020.
It's so nice to be back. You are looking so many. I can tell, Daddy, you're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel love.
Both Sarah and Kirill have, I think he especially, a natural elegance to their posture, their upper body carriage, likely from a good amount of ballet training growing up, but it adds a level of sophistication to their interpretation here, which I think helps them stand out from the rest of the group.
I was fine until I fell So much to have you you're going to swear, we can tell, you're still going.
Obviously, a lot more concentration here on the stands. Just look how far away they are from the end of the ice. That was a really small pattern, and although they're not required to fill out the rink from end to end, that implies there was less speed, which should at the very least affect the grade of execution from the judges' scores. You know, considering everything that this team had to manage this year with losing training time, Sarah having to have surgery done on her shoulder over the summer, they told her it would have to be immobilized for several months, but she was able to get back into training a couple months ago. And considering all of that in particular, to come out with a relatively clean performance and show that level of sophistication is a real accomplishment.
Other than an event, a virtual one, to earn a spot at the Worlds, they have not competed since the 2020 European Championship. Sarah Hurtado and Carol Callaven from Spain.
Let me check the sound on my other phone. I need to get some coffee or some caffeine. I'm getting a headache.
People like Geico because it's just easy. Bundling, for example. You've got car insurance here and home insurance here.
All right.
Why not?
Let's see, am I trending?
Together. Save even more. Some things are better together, aren't they? Like tea and crumpets.
Trending, yes or no?
Like, say, a porcupine in a balloon factory. Now, that'd be a mess.
Yes.
I mean, for starters, porcupines are famously no good at a team setting.
Let me check the sound.
Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
We absolutely love selling our house.
No, they didn't. It wasn't hard or stressful at all, guys. These are actors hired to convince you that selling a house is easy. And this is you trying to sell your home. A lot can go wrong. That's why you need HomeLight. HomeLight crunches the data from the top brokerages to identify the best agents who can sell your house faster and for more money. Or get real offers from verified buyers who will purchase your home in a matter of days. It doesn't matter how you
Why am I
sell
getting
your
the
home.
background noise?
Selling starts at HomeLight.
For those who have turned inspiration into preparation.
What if I shut my other apps down?
Take a look as a major champion. The ANA Inspiration.
It's that.
The trophy booster on golf.
That noise. How do I stop it? I'll check on Periscope and see if it's there on Periscope. What are these new stars? Awards coming soon. Awards and other features will be coming back soon. In the meantime, enjoy our improved viewing experience with our lowest video latency yet.
It's in our nature to be flexible.
All right, I'll check Periscope and make sure because that sound is awful.
Online privacy is not about hiding. It's about protecting.
Let me check my.
Data is valuable. It can be collected, sold, or stolen. Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Back waiting for the numbers, Hurtado and Callaven. Represent Spain. They train in Moscow. Alexander Julin, their coach, a world champ himself, 74.26. See the technical side of the presentation. And currently in fourth place here in the rhythm dance.
Next to me, representing Great Britain, Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson.
She was born in Greenwich, Connecticut. He in Prestwick, Scotland. And they trained in Montreal. Represent Great Britain, Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson.
St. Patrick's Day. What about Happy Passover?
'Nice unison on those twizzles. These two have really started to make a name for themselves as crowd pleasers. No crowd here at these World Championships. Their disco program in the first place was a huge hit. They're on the same track this year with their selections.
How about Happy Spring? 21 subscribers. Did you get new subscribers, Woof? 3 people on YouTube subscribe to you when I accidentally link the accounts. That's interesting. Let me check the sound on this account. It's not as bad. Well, it's still tinny.
There's no question that Lila and Lewis are natural performers and they found great vehicles to showcase that. I think in this program they're obviously ensuring that their execution is really crisp and clean, which is generally, I think, the right approach in a rhythm dance where those technical points are so hard to come by. And now the next step for this couple to take the next step up the world ladder in terms of standings, I think will be adding more content to transitions like this one into the lift. A little more difficulty in between the elements, which are already so impressive.
All right, I'm going to check Periscope and see if it's maybe it's
just a passive comment to say elements are so impressive over that last lift. Don't do it justice. That was an incredible final element in that program. And these two, they really do have great connection with the audience. I think something is just a little bit missing when they don't have that outlet, but the same can be said for all of these teams, and they handled it very well.
From Disco Brits to Blues Brits, little Blues Brothers for you. Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson from Great Britain.
How do you keep your eyes on the prize? Star Andrews, the world comes at Earth from every angle. Injuries, pressure, online trolls. But through it all, Star just smiles because she believes she's unstoppable. Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender who understands the power of belief. First home, dream home, whatever your goal, you can make it real. Because if you believe, you will.
About 2 to 3 weeks into Noom, I saw a commercial on TV. I go,
hello, I'm checking the sound. I baked the chicken in the oven for an hour at 400 degrees, and I can't find my meat thermometer, but I think it's done. I baked one piece before that, so I already ate a piece of chicken.
From both physical and mental standpoint, he's just healthier.
Who's on? Streamfest tonight again, going to be on Twitch. Stephanie, Ron, me, Karen, Maji Awakening, Liars, Rollins Martin, the Brumfields. Let me check the sound on Periscope and see if it. Let me see.
If you put the time in, you'll be successful.
Maji Awakening. There's less tinny.
Reminder, Mr. Mercedes Season 3 is streaming exclusively on Peacock. Don't miss
it's not good.
Stephen King's trilogy. PeacockTV.com. Sign up now.
Should I shut this off?
the metro area in Stockholm. And none allowed inside to watch the World Championships, unfortunately, this time around. Hopefully next year. Kieran Gibson from Great Britain, 77.42, and that is a personal best.
It sounded bad, I know.
Second place, right behind the team from Canada. The Americans, Wyatt and Baker, rounding out the top 5 right now.
On the ice, representing China,
Taking the extra team from China, Wei and Li Xinyu, both 26 years of age, from Changchun, hometown of Liu Chen, great Olympic bronze medalist. 6th appearance at the World Championships, her best in this event, 15th in 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 7 is pleased to present the